G'day guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video I'll be doing my round 16 tips and going over my tips from last week. I'll also be unboxing a package from Select, and I will be going over my tips for last week. I think I already said that. And I'll be doing the punishment for last week and going over the margin comp winner. So yeah, we've got a lot to get into. Like, subscribe, let's get straight into it. So last week I got 6 out of 9. I tipped Melbourne by 24, they won by 64. And then the Friday is where I did really bad. I tipped Hawthorn and Essendon, they both lost, so that was pretty bad. And then on the Saturday, I got them all correct. I tipped Carlton, Geelong and Sydney. Obviously, yeah, I don't know. I just tipped them all correct. Richmond, Geelong, what a game that was. I only watched the last 10 minutes, but it was a good game. And then Sydney, St Kilda, just another disappointing performance, did not show up, the Saints. And then North Melbourne versus Adelaide. At least I've learned a lesson not to tip North Melbourne ever again, even if I do feel an upset. Like, they're just a shocking team. I tipped North, which was a very bad call. Yeah. Then I changed my tip to Collingwood. I did tip GWS, but I changed my tip with about 2 hours to go, so that was good. And then I tipped Port Adelaide, and they got the job done in an absolute thriller. So yeah, I got 6 out of 9, not too bad, but not the best. Now, I actually forgot that I do have a tipping comp, so I'll put the link in the description. So I'm going to go over the top 5 for who's in the lead. So in first, with a total of 91, which is quite outstanding considering I only have 73 and I'm 11th out of the 14 people in my tipping comp. So in first is Go Pies 2022, and it says Lachlan on the end. And I believe this is Lockman. I can't speak. I believe that this is Lockman Gaming. So yeah, he's in first. In second, I cannot speak today. A close one tip behind first is Go Time AFL. So Go Time with 90. And then in the third, we have the two Aussies on 89. Fourth, we have Zombie Slay, which is literally Shannon, on 86. And in fifth, we have Lockie Miller on 84. So that is my tipping comp so far. I'm sitting in 11th, which is pretty poor. But yeah, that's my tipping comp. So yeah, now we'll do the margin comp winner for last week. Now, the winner was AFL and NBA Edits, and his punishment was to stay up on Friday until 12:30 in the night. And I couldn't do it on a Friday. I did it on Tuesday night, which was last night. And so here is me doing the punishment. Honestly, it wasn't the worst punishment ever, but I know Sportsnut also did guess the same margin, but he didn't do a punishment, so I did AFL and NBA Edits as punishment, and here it is. Alright, you can probably hardly even see me. In fact, I don't think you can see me. Oh, there I am. But it's 11:30, almost. You can probably tell because of how dark it is. I'll try to give you a look outside. There's outside, hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you can, but I don't even think you can see me. I'm trying to look at the camera, but I don't know if I am. In fact, I think my finger is blocking the whole view. But yeah, and if you want more proof, hey Google, what is the time? Oh, hurry up.
11:23 p.m.
There you go. But I'll be back at 12:30. I'm going to listen to Goes Alright, and then, yeah, I should be good. Alright, so it's now 12:30. I guess the punishment was a success. Wasn't that hard, because I start pretty late anyways. But, hey Google, what's the time?
It's 12:33 a.m.
There's your proof, and I'll try and let you see outside. Well, there you go. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that's the punishment. Alright, so now we will get into my tips for this week. So on Thursday night, this game could be a thriller, but it could also be a blowout. We got Brisbane taking on the Bulldogs at the Gabba. Yeah, it could be a close game, but I think Brisbane should bounce back, and I've got them pretty much thumping the Dogs by 50 points. I think they'll bounce back really strong and prove that they are a contender for the flag. I don't think 1 week where they lose but to the minor premiers minor premiers, reigning premiers by about 60 points. It's not the worst loss. I mean, I don't think many people were tipping Brisbane, but I've got them winning this one by 50 points. On Friday night, we've got Carlton taking on the Saints at Marvel. Carlton have coming off a very good win against Freo, and St Kilda another very, very disappointing loss against the Swans, but I feel like St Kilda are going to bounce back and prove that they're a top 8 side, and I've got them winning by 35 in an absolute upset. I just feel like they need to win this game if they want to be a top 8 side, and I feel like they will and make their way back into the top 8. So I've got them winning this one by 35 in a bit of an upset. Saturday, 1:45 at the MCG, we have Sydney taking on Essendon. Essendon, they lost to West Coast. I know Collingwood did as well, but we don't talk about that. Seriously, they played pretty... I didn't watch the game because I was at my mate's, but from what I've seen, they can't be leading West Coast. Sydney smashed the Saints, and they should get the win here. I've tipped them by 34. I don't think it'll be a blowout, but I think 34 is probably the right margin for this game. Then Saturday twilight game, 4:35 at the Adelaide Oval. We've got Adelaide taking on Melbourne. Pretty straightforward game. You'd think Melbourne would win. Tip Melbourne by 54. Adelaide, they did smash North, but I think any team can smash North. Even West Coast, if West Coast play North at the moment, they'll win. So, I've tipped Melbourne by 54 there. Then Geelong taking on North Melbourne at GMHBA. Do I really have to talk about this game? Obviously, North don't stand a chance. I've tipped Geelong by 76. They should definitely get the win. Saturday night, it's not going to... No, everyone will be tuning into Collingwood Gold Coast, not this game. And then, speaking of Collingwood Gold Coast, the next game is Collingwood Gold Coast on the Saturday night as well at Metricon. The Pies have won 5 in a row, a pretty impressive win against GWS. If they had a kick straight, they would have won by a lot more. But Gold Coast, they're coming off a pretty disappointing loss against Port Adelaide, but it was a pretty even game. Some might say that Gold Coast were robbed, but I don't really think so. But I think Pies, we're probably due for a loss now. Gold Coast have lost their last game, so I don't think they'll lose 2 in a row. And I've got Gold Coast winning by 11 points, but I'd be very happy if we did get the job done. Then Sunday at 2:10, this is going to be the most boring game of the round. Richmond taking on West Coast. Actually, no, Geelong North will be the most boring game of the round. But anyways, at the MCG, I got Richmond winning by 40. I just don't think it'll be a huge blowout. West Coast have been in some pretty decent form, and I think they will only lose by 40, which is pretty good for West Coast considering they lost by 109 last time against Richmond. Then GWS versus Hawthorn, Sunday 3:20 at the at Giants Stadium. I got GWS winning by 20. I heard on Cardi's video that Hawthorn have never won at Giants Stadium, and that made me confirm my tip being GWS. So, I got the Giants winning by 20. I think Hawthorn, it's going to be the same as last week where I didn't watch it, but I saw the highlights. They start well and then they finish bad. And then they finished pretty good in the end in that last quarter, but I think the Giants should get the job done there. Then the last game of the round, Sunday at 5:20, we have Fremantle taking on Port Adelaide at Optus. I got Freo winning by 27. Port, they had a good win against Gold Coast, but Freo, they did lose to Carlton, and I doubt they'll lose 2 in a row. So I've got Freo winning this one. So those are my tips for this week. I cannot speak. We'll get into the Marvin Comp game, which is Collingwood taking on Gold Coast. So make sure you do leave your tips and a punishment, just like AFL and NBA edits did. And now we'll get into the footy cards for this week. Right, so now it is time for the footy cards. I've got a secret package. I'm not going to show you what it is until I get it out, but I'll let you know it's from Select. So let's open this up. I said earlier in the video it is from Select, but I'm not going to say what it is. Let's try and open it. It might be a bit tricky. I don't really want to do something stupid. and I think I have done something stupid. Oh, wait, no. Actually, alright, well, I might as well tell you what it is once I can actually find a way to open it. And I might have to cut. Oh, no, we've got it. Right. So, I'll show you what I've got. I have got a piece of paper in here, it looks like. That, well, anyways, I've just taken it out, which doesn't really matter, but I've got myself a team coach, so has nothing else. This is a highlights of Mason Cox, so this from the game that I went to, and then it has a receipt. Alright, I'm not going to show you that because there's my address on it, but yeah, so let's open it up. Let's see this card now. I don't want to see the number. Oh, it's upside down. Alright, it's going to be good looking. But I don't want to see the number, so I'm going to... Yeah, alright, I've got my thumb around the number so I can't see it. But there it is. Mason Cox. Look at that. That is a stunning card. And the number is, I can't read it backwards, 243 of 244. So I was one off being the last number. So very high number there. As you can see right there, if you want to read it, I doubt you can, but pause it there. And I'm having a look at that now. That is a stunning card. Mason Cox. If you don't mind, have a look at that. I was at this game, so I thought, I've got to get the highlights. I was at the game. I can't not get the highlights, can I? So, yeah, stunning card. Yeah. Watching the video, guys, make sure you do remember to like, subscribe, write down a comment, and write down a margin and a punishment for Collingwood taking it. I cannot speak today, for Collingwood versus Gold Coast, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.